Hello, Facebook. This is Jen Taylor, Rerouting, coming to you live. I'm here with, can you see her? Madi the Wonder Dog. She just did 1.2 miles of trail behind our house. We have this little loop, and training with her is like interval training on steroids with a dog that doesn't quite know how to heel yet. So it's like weights and running for me at the same time. Anyway, today I'm going to talk about a couple things for the business, things that helped me the most. And one is, even though I'm a coach, I still need a coach. I'm a coach for people who want to write books and have podcasts and want to decrease their stress. But that doesn't mean that I'm good at the rest of running the business. I have two coaches. One is Diana Peretz of Kinsey Consulting. She does all of the outstanding back-end work in the business. I don't know what needs to be embedded in my website. Are you kidding me? Copywriting, embedding. So she makes sure that I am legal and protected and everything is done correctly on that back-end stuff that I'm totally clueless about. And she's amazing at it. My other coach is Erica Duran of Erica Duran International. And she's been my coach, kind of helping me with the website, with ideas, keeping me on track, motivating me, giving me homework. Love homework. I love homework, actually. So that's been one of the biggest things, is that to put good content out, you have to invest in yourself. And how I invested in myself is by having a great team backing me up and supporting me. And I did that in the way of coaching. So never underestimate the power of a coach, but make sure the coach is the right fit for you. I had some that weren't, and I had some that I decided not to go with, not because they aren't good coaches, but because they weren't exactly what I needed. In other news, questions I get about having 13 kids, and the single biggest question that I get is, how do you feed them all? For a lot of people, cooking for 15 happens on Thanksgiving, but you have to realize that day-to-day living isn't a Thanksgiving dinner. That's like 3 or 4 days of prep and work to have 20 minutes of dinner. I tend to do more casserole type dishes or throw everything in one pot type dishes. I do a lot of crock pot, and we had to budget it. Our food bill for a lot of years was bigger than our mortgage payment or our rent payment. And so when you're spending anywhere between $1,200 and $2,000 a month in food, and you want to try to eat healthy, but you also want to accommodate the fact that you have kids that maybe aren't as excited about kale chips as you are, it becomes a challenge. I think it's trial and error, and as the kids got older, it was allowing them to help. So with the picky eaters, the best thing that you can do is actually allow them to help, not always with the grocery shopping, but when we get home, because I don't like taking my kids to the grocery store. It's not very fun. But when we get home, helping put things away, recognizing what things are, and helping with the preparation goes a long way in kids actually being excited about eating stuff. Also, we have kind of a rule that you have to try it. It's a tasting bite. You don't have to like everything, but you have to at least give it a shot. And so those are kind of the rules behind cooking, and then keeping it healthy and realizing that, for our family, we gave up a lot of other things to put money into the food budget. Another question I get is what's the biggest challenge with a big family? Well, there's lots of logistics, but that part wasn't hard for me. I'm pretty organized and I'm very structured. So what was hard for me, though, is making sure each one of those kids got enough individual attention. Do I think I did well? No, not always. Do I think that I tried my best? Yes, I did. Sometimes some kids need a lot more attention than they do at other times. And there's sort of an ebb and flow where you focus more attention on maybe one or two kids that really need it, either because they're acting out or because they're not acting out. And then other times, you just kind of have to do the wheel. So we have little magnets with the initial of each child on them, and a section on a whiteboard that says date night. And we move them up to date night when they've had one. And when all of them have been up, we move them back down and we keep going in order. So we try to take kids on dates, special trips that are just for them. But, I think that challenge is a hard one to meet when you have that many kids. 3 years ago, we had 12 kids still living at home, and now we have 5. We had so many close in age that we knew there would be I call them mass exodus. And we're in the midst of that mass exodus right now. it's been really fun and exciting and different, and we've kind of rolled with it. And now my challenge went from cooking for 15 people to cooking sometimes for 3 or 4 with kids having activities. So I got so good at cooking for a group that I'm not very good at cooking for less people. So if you need a place to crash where you know there's going to be enough food to eat around 5 o'clock every day, my house is probably a pretty good bet. Other things that I did business-wise is I set a dress code for myself. Today I have had like 2 weeks of massive allergies. This is the first day I've even attempted to put on any makeup. I've kept my hair up. I've been in a lot of yoga pants. And part of that is because I don't feel great. And part of that is that when you're walking a puppy 3 times a day, there's certain outfits that just don't work for that. So I've been very low key. Weather's getting cooler, flannel shirts are coming out. And so I still do set a dress code for myself. I set a schedule for myself. I'm very structured in my time. I like that homework because it gives me a list to work off of and things that I should be focused on, because we tend to have squirrel disease. So whatever you want to do, you can do it. Just kind of write it out, get yourself a plan, hire some good coaches, get a good team behind you, and learn how to cook for a lot of people. That's my advice for today. Have an awesome day.